The past few hours, House Speaker John Boehner denied allegations of a witch hunt against Attorney General Eric Holder over the Fast and Furious investigation. A contempt of Congress vote against Holder is, in fact, scheduled before a full House next week.
The House will vote next week on a contempt resolution unless these documents that we're looking for are, in fact, turned over. But this is about getting to the truth.
Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi fired back today at her Republican colleagues.
What we have seen is a shameful display of abuse of power by the Republicans in the House of Representatives.
And joining me now from Washington is Congresswoman Jackie Speier, a Democratic member of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee. Congresswoman, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Let me start off with Attorney General Holder in Denmark answering more questions about what we all witnessed yesterday. Let me play his remarks.
We put before the committee a proposal that would have allowed for a resolution of that matter consistent with the way in which these have been resolved in the past through negotiation. I think the possibility still exists that it can happen in that way.
Congressman Cummings said yesterday to Chairman Issa, it didn't have to happen. It didn't have to come to this. What are your feelings today?
I think that's absolutely the case. This should be and still can be negotiated. And typically that's what happens with contempt resolutions. What's interesting here is there's never been an attorney general that's been held in contempt by the House ever before. This will be a first. Secondly, this is not a contempt proceeding over someone who hasn't come before the House. He's come before the committees 9 times. He has presented more than 6,700 pages of documents to the committee. What we are talking about is inter-office conversations, memos that took place after February 4th, when a letter had been sent to Senator Grassley saying that there had been no knowledge within the AG's office. That letter was rescinded in December of last year. The AG has been totally forthcoming. This is sandbox politics. It is brazen politics. It is an effort by the Republicans to try and move us away from doing what the work is we should be doing. What are we doing about dealing with the student loan problem? What are we doing about creating more jobs? What are we doing about the surface transportation bill that's stuck? And what are we doing about getting people back to work and getting them the opportunity to stay in their homes? None of those issues are being taken care of.
But you and I both know the Republican Party says, listen, those things are obviously important, but you have an agent, Brian Terry, who lost his life. They point to a number in the thousands of people in Mexico who've lost their lives, and perhaps these guns involved in Fast and Furious could be linked to some of these crimes. You also have Congressman Chaffetz, who was on our air earlier today. He says you cannot just ignore this as a partisan game. And just today, Speaker Boehner also saying that the White House invoking executive privilege is an admission that the White House was involved in this decision and misled Congress.
That's absolutely not true. Executive privilege is oftentimes asserted for the executive branch at the administrative level. In fact, Attorney General Mukasey, under the former president, under the Republican administration, had provided that kind of counsel in terms of being able to assert executive privilege for various departments under the president. The president had no knowledge about this. The Attorney General had no knowledge about this. And if we really are serious about this, if we really care about Brian Terry's family and wanting to get to the bottom of this, we got to ask the question, why did the Alcohol and Tobacco and Firearms Office within the Department of Justice never tell anyone above the ATF head as to what was going on? That is abuse of power. That is a rogue operation, and we have got to fix that. And furthermore, all the gun walking, it's still going on. It's going on right now. Those firearms are getting into the hands of the cartels in Mexico because we don't have decent laws on the books for firearms.
Congresswoman Speier, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. I hope to talk with you very soon. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.